All right. Speaking of sight, you landed nearer to the group, correct?
Yeah, the third leap is toward the group.
Okay. Are they visible, or is it just in the same general direction?
That depends on how big the. That depends on how big the guild thing is.
Well, that's my question. Are you intentionally? Are you trying to be within sight of the group? Because you guys didn't go super far away from the guild. And if I had to give a measurement, oh, I wish I knew more about architecture.
Because here's the thing: one graceful leap is 60 pup lengths, and then I can get the bonus action in.
Yeah.
So
she can
technically, I could go 90 pup lengths.
Yeah, she
I
can
mean,
move
Every 6
further than
seconds.
regular
I mean, you
people.
guys, you probably, depending on where you ran off to dig through his things, you probably could get back to the group pretty easily.
Yeah.
So I'd say within sight.
Okay. Oopsies. Like, give me just a hot second. Okay. All right. So, do you land like on top of the building? Do you land in the street? How do?
Street.
All right. The rest of the group sees Sai come leaping through the air and landing down next or near the group. And not a moment later, a reindeer pops into existence next to her, who's covered in rather fancy-looking things and just sort of exudes quite a bit of magic. Who has this sort of a tired expression on her face, and in Sai's possession appears to be a satchel of some kind.
Coraline will probably also be heading around the corner at some point.
She
They're having fun yet?
She looks up.
In the Blackbird house.
She looks up and she's just like, "Do you
Danny's
really?"
rushing towards, by the way.
She looks over. Okay.
Because I feel you're about to have the time of your life.
She does two things. One, she pulls out some red dust and throws it on the ground and utters a word. And another one, she taps another one of her hooves on the ground a couple of times. The first thing causes a... Let's see here. Okay. There's a brief shimmer in the air around Sae that appears and then vanishes. It's a box-type shaped shimmer. And then a second later, a very loud alarm bell goes off. That it's fairly deafening and rings through the streets. She then speaks to Sae. You have been put in a force cage, and the city guard are currently being summoned.
I need to double check 2 spells in that case.
She uses disguise self and turns into her. And she says, "But who will they believe?"
Come on, wiki, load faster so I know if my plan will work.
Hey, OC,
Yeah.
OC, play the Sai theme.
Oh, very good. So we go to in this folder, and we play this one.
Okay. And
You
Dang
got it.
But yeah,
I was gonna see if I could teleport into the cage and then leave with Sai, but my teleport spell can't bring passengers.
you also
Hey.
can't teleport through force cages, I think.
You can teleport out of them if you succeed on a charisma save.
Okay.
I just-
Hey, guess who does have an ability that lets them take passengers?
And Saya says that, and she looks at Saya and
She
casts.
looks at her the same way.
She casts the spell magic.
Can you cast that through a force cage? Without affecting the force cage?
The force cage is too high.
Yeah, this.
Yeah,
force cage
exactly.
can't be dispelled.
The
It
force cage.
explicitly says it can't be dispelled by dispel magic.
Really?
But do spells go through it?
Um,
Because I'm pretty sure it blocks.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah,
line of
right. It
effect.
blocks spells going into it.
Yeah.
So
So she can't dismiss it until the force cage drops.
fair enough. In that case, she just sort of shrugs.
And she shrugs back.
also, that is a very expensive spell.
Isn't it?
It sure is.
Some
As she
red
sees-
dust, you say?
She says, Dandy running over, and she says, "Can I help you?"
What's going on?
Well, this young lady and an accomplice of hers, I believe, stole something.
You don't know if there's an accomplice.
Well, that's why she said an accomplice, I believe.
They suspect.
So I am simply detaining her until the authorities arrive.
Oh. Sorry, I don't know what to say. I brought up food and now I'm distracted by it.
Well, it sure isn't possible to get your stuff back if I am detained.
Oh, the guards will forcefully separate those things from you.
Oh, that sure makes this pointless then.
Unless you're willing to just give the items back right now and stop this silly charade. You could try. That would take some mighty powerful persuasion checks.
So when is the predator walking around the other side?
In a moment. Because the conversation took a few minutes, and at this point, shortly after he teleports away and you begin heading out, you begin hearing a sound
Yeah, and I'm
ringing
gonna
through the
fly
streets.
because of it.
So, how big is the cage? How big did you make it?
Large enough to encase Sae, but not much bigger.
All right,
And
and
just trying to
nothing.
convince her size innocent.
And
And
what'd you say,
nothing can
Danny?
teleport in.
Well,
Alright,
it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything about not teleporting in. It's teleporting out. That's the trick.
I have a plan. Bai Guang also approaches, but he's trying to play off like he's not coming at her. He's just a passerby. I don't know if you want me to roll deception or for that.
I'll give it to you either as deception or
Performance.
yeah, that's the one.
I mean, they're the same for me. I'm gonna do performance just because.
Okay.
You should have asked Danny to do performance. He's
Yeah,
good at
he's just a passerby.
Yeah, sure seems like it.
Once Baiguang is within 60 or so pup lengths of the wizard, he's going to cast Banishment on her.
Banishment.
She has to make a Charisma save.
All right.
Oh my god!
I
I'm-
see. I see.
Can you? Are you going to communicate this to Danny first? Because
Doesn't
I
look
might
like
not.
He-
oh yeah,
he-
I can't message. I
Also,
forgot.
I'm just an innocent bystander, so I can't say it aloud.
Yeah,
either.
he's just randomly pointing. It's like, what's over there? And then it's a message.
Oh, an item distasteful to the target. Well, reindeer find many things distasteful, so that's not exactly hard to acquire.
Also, I have an arcane focus,
Oh, right, fair enough.
so that one is moot.
All right. So she crit her saving throw,
Dang it.
and she turns and looks at you with daggers in her eyes. And,
Noticing this, Sai instantly says, "Oh, and by the way,
Baiguang swears.
the guards of this town, they're incompetent. The
The-
moment they open this cage, I will instantly escape."
the ground begins to rumble and begins to crack. She turns back. Not if I kill all of you first.
Oh, good luck with
We're
that.
going to jail with
It
me.
is at this point the front door opens and our erstwhile wizard, or sorcerer, I should say, begins storming out, or storms out, and he begins sort of waving his hooves around. He's like, "Stop! Stop! Stop! Stop!"
But I still had one more attempt at banishment.
She
Oh, no.
looks up. She looks up and over at him. And he comes running over to the side of it, and he looks at Sae. Looks at her. Looks at Sae.
I
Look
look
at
at it in the same way.
Looks at Sae. He rolled a. He rolled to see if he could figure out who was who.
He couldn't, could he?
Well, he rolled a 17 on the dice plus modifiers.
Darn.
So yeah, he's looking at Sae, and he's like, "All right, look. None of this is worth it. Okay? There's no need to anybody get excited. All right, there's no reason for anybody to cause a fuss. Can you stop the alarm, perhaps?" But
We're
they-
only here because of what you've done to our friend.
She looks up. They stole your property, and on top of that, this one, points back on, attempted to banish me to another plane.
And you're... What is this guy's... Is he a student of yours?
It would have
Who
been
is it?
temporary.
Who is this person to you?
An itinerant merchant.
He was... Well... Okay, hang on. I need to load my smart words.
Lexicon.exe is loading.
He was blackmailing one of our friends. Wait, no, was it blackmail? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
extortion.
Extortion.
He
Blackmail?
was extorting one of our friends.
Extortion? What are you talking about? She agreed to a set upon price for a service rendered, and she'd been paying me that.
Set
2,000.
upon, you say?
Yes.
You
It
mean
was
the set
2,000.
upon price that continues to increase?
He looks. Increase? What do you mean increase?
From what we've gathered, it's only been going up since she took that deal. Now it's something completely unreasonable to pay for a noble.
Amber looks around anxiously.
He looks over at Amber. Wasn't the original price 20,000 gold pieces? Ember is typing for those of you who are listening in and wondering what's going on.
Ember is always typing.
Typing intensifies.
I always just theory start slamming on my keyboard.
Provide all the sound effects.
No! No, it wasn't! And I haven't been able to afford anything better than bread to eat for years!
He stops for a second. Wait, you mean to tell me that he looks at Dandy, looks at not Sae, and looks over at the lady Sae is impersonating, and looks back at Amber, and just sort of his glance begins looking between several people as the guards begin coming around the corner. So wait. How much did I charge you originally?
2,000.
Blink, blink. He sort of stares at her. Opens his mouth, sort of closes it for a second. The wizard lady sort of looks, lets out an angry sigh, and the alarm stops. And the cage vanishes for us, and the cage around Sae vanishes. And the fact she just sort of shakes her head disdainfully. Can't believe this. She was walking, and as she passes by Baiguang, she casts a glance at his eyes. You're both for trying to take on the head of the Magic Item Guild. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
I don't hope for there to be a next time.
Same. And
He
she
snorts confidently.
stomps a little grumpily inside.
Also, side note, if she is as knowledgeable as she ought to be, she would know that banishment is temporary if you're not actually extraplanar. I wasn't trying to send her permanently to another dimension.
I mean, she still wasn't exactly fond of the idea.
Go to hell.
It's only for an hour. Don't worry about it.
Go to hell for an hour.
Actually, it's 1 minute, and it's harmless, and she's incapacitated. So, as far as she's concerned, she's asleep for a minute.
She's just dreaming of hell.
Uh,
Don't worry about that.
Hell.
So that said, he sort of stops for a moment. Well, I suppose an apology is sort of insufficient considering the mess we're all in, isn't it?
So is Corvine gonna ever actually walk around that corner?
Yeah, seriously!
Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, you arrived about the time in time to see the alarm drop, the guards around the corner, and the force cage vanish around Sae.
Okay, and the guards are leaving, hopefully.
The guards are still heading towards the scene.
Oh,
They gotta know what's
Corvine
going
quickly
on.
takes her mask off and smashes it.
But is she flying still?
She probably wasn't flying very high, so no. Hopefully.
Also because the lady's gone, Sai is going to stay in her current form.
Oh my.
And I suppose an apology isn't really sufficient, is it?
No. We were going to make it even ourselves if we had to.
We actually, Midnight, if you could narrate that.
I'm sorry, I was looking away.
Tisk.
Raises her hoof to hit him again.
Amber raises her hoof to hit him again, but doesn't.
It's alright.
And I don't think it said, but the original agreed upon amount was 2,000, not 20,000.
Yes. Yeah, that was 2,000.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Anyways,
So Coraline walks around the corner. Sai, where's Sai? What did you do with her?
Roll to disbelieve.
That what check is that again? Investigation.
If
Yes,
you're
investigation.
examining the illusion. Although disguise self might be something else.
no, it's
Yeah.
right there in the spell description.
Oh,
So
that-
she walked.
that
She walked
obviously
up to
did.
Sai and said, "Where's Sai? What did you do with her?" Wait, Sai?
Shh. She motions behind her again, where she assumes the guards are coming from.
Okay.
He looks over at his pouch. Could I have my things back? If nothing else, I guess I'll give you back your owl and your feather. It's not much, but it's something, I suppose.
She swings it a bit and then tosses it over to him.
And he reaches in, pulls out the owl and the feather, and
Don't. She
You say that.
yeah, she is warning about to. Not until after the guards, please.
at which point the guards then show up. And they quickly surround the area, cutting off exits. And one of them steps forward. What's going on here? Oh, nothing, officer. Just a misunderstanding, that's all. There's a series of unfortunate communications.
Yes, everything's all right.
Looks over. Just a second. I have a knock at my door.
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in.
It's just a prank.
All right, sorry about that.
Shenanigans happened.
That's a lot of d20s.
I was trying to get a 20 for the joke, but instead I got 133.
I see.
Perfect.
Anyways,
That looked like a graceful roll.
the guard looks around a bit angrily. Well, what caused this whole scene to start? Nothing, sir. Absolutely nothing. Like I said, a series of misunderstandings. Everything's been cleared up. There are no criminals to engage here, and there's no issues for anybody at all. Here at the end. His eyes narrow unhappily. You mean to tell me that I got all my guards together and we marched across town, top speed, to get here, and there's nothing the matter?
Saya approaches and taps the guard's shoulder.
Let me take care of this. It was a thief. However, the thief was dealt with and unfortunately got away.
He raises an eyebrow. Got away.
We do have all the possessions, however, so there is nothing to worry about.
With all due respect, madam, I have a very hard time believing a thief got away from you.
Didn't get away with anything that we have, though. Rest assured, we are the Magic Guild. We do have. Oh my gosh, I cannot play that kind of role.
Roll me a deception check real quick, by the way.
Hey, Danny, you're gonna need that right now. Thank you very much.
What?
That inspiration from earlier, gonna need that now.
Yeah. Wait, where is it?
I'm gonna use it now.
Where?
You played music.
Yeah, you played the music.
Yeah, I know, but where's the roll?
I'm
He
using it
hasn't
now.
rolled yet.
Yeah, he's rolling at this very moment.
Well, you don't have to use it until you need to.
Is a 14 good enough?
I.
Do I? Can you decide before or
Ah.
after you know if it was success?
I think so, yeah.
This is Bardic Inspiration, correct?
Bardic Inspiration, I'm not sure if you can.
I know. I'm pretty sure you can do it. Like, I know you can use it on a death save like that. Like if you roll a 7.
You have to decide before the DM says whether it's a success.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
yes.
this was a D6.
D6.
I want to be sure that I get this.
Hey,
19.
19. All right. He looks at you somewhat uncertainly. On the one hand, it's a very hard look. On the other hand, he's trying not to be disrespectful. It's more of a very careful gauging of the situation. He glances towards the guild, glances back at Sae, glances at the sorcerer. Very well.
Terribly sorry to have bothered you.
Yes, of course. That he casts one more glance at her and roll an insight check if you'd like.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't actually believe you are who you say you are, but he has nothing to prove it otherwise. So he's not happy, but he's withdrawing all the same.
And he's too afraid of being wrong to actually, like, make a scene and try to make her to prove who she is, because she would mess him up if he was wrong.
So he calls up the guards, and they leave the scene.
It's probably a good thing that I used that D6 there.
Yeah,
so
the
that you
14.
maintained your disguise.
The 14 was definitely not good enough, but the other one was, although he you weren't acting super characteristically, but yeah, at the end of the day, he's like, this is more trouble than.
Once
Anyways.
they are all gone, she's going to dispel she's going to dispel the magic.
Suffice to say, there's currently no customers. The only people left in where you guys are immediately are, well, you guys. Even the store clerks have closed their shutters, and of course, our lovely sorcerer.
So Corvan's gonna walk up to the sorcerer. I'm sorry for all the trouble we've made. It's just... It didn't sit well with me.
Well, one moment, please.
He might be able to recognize her voice, actually. Since he's talked to her like 2 times in the past hour.
Even if one of them was invisible.
Yeah.
I have received random popcorn.
Share.
I would if I could.
Did you bring enough for the whole class, OC?
No, actually, I did not.
He didn't bring any at all.
It's warm, which is nice. It's been a while since I've had popcorn. Anyways.
You had popcorn at my place.
Sorry, I didn't realize that, well, he looks mildly embarrassed and he's sort of struggling to say, but the problem with having a mind such as my own is sometimes you forget things, and sometimes you remember things a little incorrectly.
Is that what happened?
He looks extremely pained. He lets out a sigh.
She actually looks around. So, What caused the change of heart exactly?
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to get in the bad graces of the guild. I come here from time to time to do business, and the mistress of the guild, as you can see, is a little temperamental. And I was worried that she would consider me too much of a liability, but even more than that, I just didn't really want to cause a scene, and I didn't realize what I'd been doing to you, Amber. So he picks up his things. If it's all the same, why don't we let bygones be bygones and agree to never speak to each other again? Yes.
You are forgiven. I hope we never meet again.
He nods. Excuse me, I'm Green.
Hold on.
Baiguang pulls out his abacus meaningfully. I think there's still the matter of you owing her money.
What money?
The excess of 18,000 gold.
Oh no, OC walked himself into a corner. Oh my god. Pizza just typed in the chat, spits out their drink.
I would also at least like the owl.
Yes.
Well, yes, I said I would return the owl and the feather.
18,000
but then you
less
started
the value
leaving.
of the owl and feather.
Oh, right, sorry. He pulls out the owl and the feather.
You can keep the feather.
I'd rather not. Here.
Baiguang is not actually making calculations, but he is moving around the beads on his abacus loudly.
So she
With all,
takes.
with all due respect, the feather is covered in guilt at this point, I think.
She nods. Takes them both. I would actually like to meet you again, at least one more time.
No, that's quite okay.
I insist.
I appreciate the insistence, but I also insist.
Who insists harder?
But I mean the
Slide over to
thing.
Corvine and whispers, I'll take the feather.
She hands the feather to Sai.
But yes, I suppose a little bit of back payment is due. Unfortunately, I don't have any money. I don't save my money, you see. So he shrugs. In fact, the satchel is pretty much everything I own for the most part.
Sorry for damaging it. I sort of panicked.
Glances over at the he glances over at Baiguang as Baiguang types abacus intensifies.
Nice.
I need to go. Bye. Izzy turns and literally runs.
As OC runs away from owing a player 18,000 gold.
At level 9.
This is assuming Amber has paid him 20,000 gold up to this point.
No, but she has paid him probably a lot.
Like I said,
She has paid
18,000
him. We have seen her pay him 1,000 gold.
18,000 less the
Corvine.
value of the owl and feather, whatever those are.
Yeah, but he is giving back the owl and the feather.
It's
Right.
the value of the owl and feather
That's why I said less.
plus 1,000 plus whatever was already paid.
He should have at least 1,000 gold on him, unless he's spent it already.
He spent it already.
Bah. Pardon my sheep.
Horrible noises!
Mhm. Yeah, sheep.
We don't
Runs
let
off.
sheep in this party for a reason.
Essentially at top speed.
Yeah, Dandy, we don't let sheep in this party for a reason.
Sheep? Okay, Danny's not a sheep. Danny's a unicorn.
It's true.
Honorary unicorn.
Hmm.
Unicorn.
And he's an unhonorable sheep.
Bagwan contemplates compelled duel so that he can't run away, but he lets him go.
He was honorable sheep charged.
I also considered Longstrider, but no.
Chase him.
That was a good idea. He cast Longstrider himself.
He gets bapped, Sentinel. Oh,
I dispel it with my own Longstrider.
I don't think it works that way.
I counterspell.
yeah, counterspell. I don't think that's 5e mechanic, the counterspell.
I'm pretty sure Counterspell is actually a spell.
It is, yeah, it is a.
Yes, in 5e. In Pathfinder, it's just you use the same spell to counter the first one.
Yes.
I mean, my command spell has a range of 60 pup lengths.
I think we're letting him go.
Yes,
know.
I believe we're letting him go to chase him down at some point later.
All right, off he scampers.
We'll let him think he's safe for now.
I'll put a probe on him.
Psyhawk,
Well-
follow.
Throw money.
What now? Okay, anything special you guys want to do, or you want to skip ahead a couple of days?
Well, that did not quite go as according to plan, but
I'm going to ask Vesper to research that spell.
Yes.
Oh, there's the flame tongue.
The flame tongue. Oh.
I still don't think I want any more magic items for the rest of the game.
I think I also want to, now that I've actually been taught magic, use the scroll.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do Bygone's bit first.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a bit. I guess I need to know if I get it now or if I'm putting down a payment while they research it and develop it for me or something.
An actual
Vague.
flame tongue.
Not an ice tongue. Not a frostbite.
Hold on.
Need both.
I think you're referring to something that I've forgotten about, unfortunately.
Oh, well, they previously lent me a flame tongue that dealt ice damage instead of fire damage.
Okay. No, I thought you were saying like at some point you had talked to them and they had agreed to like give you one or make one for you or whatever have you.
No, they already had one.
No, I was saying this. I suppose that's what would be the bit with him.
Yeah. Okay.
A matter of whether they'll
They can
give
make
it
a
to
flame
him and he owes them money, or if they're going to develop it and he gets it later. 'Cause that would be acceptable to me as a player as well.
Yeah, I'm currently trying to decide whether or not to RP this scene.
Don't make me talk to Ileana.
All right.
Liliana's on thin ice. Had to burn her to court.
I apologize, Stars, but I think we will not actually RP the scene.
Oh no, no apology is needed. I actually had no intention of like RPing a whole
Right.
scene for that.
He prefers it that way.
You were told that such a weapon is possible, but they suspect that the council will be reacting directly to what the Sisters Grom did. So they have a sneaking suspicion any development might need to go towards that whatever they're going to do.
Uh-huh.
In essence, it's possible, but we can't help you right now because we have other things.
Can I hire Nose Guild to do it for me?
I forget.
They probably
Was
got
no-
more.
Was No the highest level artificer there?
They don't know.
I don't remember if he
No
said if he
idea.
was the best they had or not.
He's here right now.
You
Maybe
tell
we
me,
could ask
DM.
him.
I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been a little while.
Ghost of No.
Yes.
Answer
good.
our call.
Let us perform a seance. Oh, Ghost
I-
of No.
I mean, I literally can cast divination.
I have been summoned.
Oh, spirit of our fallen companion.
So no.
How many people did you outrank at your guild?
Yeah, were you like the best artificer they had on staff, or what?
One of,
One of?
not necessarily the best.
Okay. In that case,
He's
I'll say Nose Guild is not quite capable of producing such a weapon.
Boo.
You'll have to resurrect No in order to get it.
What are they even good for?
No, of course. The magic guild you guys just talked to would probably be good for it, and Snowdawn would probably be good for it.
We can rebuild now. We have the technology.
Wait, but I thought Snowdawn told him not to.
No, they said it's possible. We just don't have time right now.
Yeah.
We're preoccupied with other things.
So are you saying this less reputable guild is more capable than the good guild?
Yeah.
Dang.
What?
This guild, the one you guys just dealt with, doesn't hold a monopoly on magical items, but not for lack of trying. They do produce the best. They produce the most high end, and well, best is arguable depending on who you talk to. But they produce the most powerful of magic items
Excuse me?
in the commercial market.
Go back to dead now.
Aww, fine.
Oh,
So-
Divination spell only lasts one round.
Sorry, Cone of Resurrection only lasts as long as you maintain concentration.
Oh no. Actually, how long does divination last? Oh, doesn't say on my little map here. Oh well.
So, as far as like I said, Snowdawn's willing to do it. They just can't at the moment. And this guild would probably do it just for an exorbitant sum.
Would you say the sum would be about equivalent to the sane magic price? Since a lot of people seem to think those are exorbitant.
Try to banish their leader, so probably 1.5 times more.
Oh, you're assuming I'm going to go in person.
Fair point. Then probably the price would be the exact price would be a bit different, aka depending on whoever's buying it for you rolls on their. Heck, Devitt, come on! I should have the freaking skills memorized by now.
Hey Vixen, I need you to send a representative to commission a magic item for me.
She got you back. She got you back, babe.
Dang.
Connections.
You guys got game.
Because I mean, she's busy, but she can do that much at least.
Yeah, well, I'm not asking her to go. Just a representative of a noble house. Surely they wouldn't try to rip off a noble house.
That's not what I wanted.
What is he asking? Vixen go for him or something?
No, just send someone to basically say like, "Yo, we're interested in buying this item. Could you make it for us?" In any case, in response to your surely wouldn't try and rip off a noble house. Capitalism can do some pretty audacious things at times. What the heck is? What is this from?
What are you looking at?
A character sheet. I pulled up a character sheet so I could see the skills, and this one appears to be. I'm guessing this is campaign specific, or system specific to be sure. Anyways,
We can sort this out later. I don't want to drag things on because of I want to buy magic item shenanigans.
persuasion with advantage, please.
Oh, okay.
I cast Eagle Splendor.
Uh,
More advantage.
Yes, more advantage, I say. More.
Boo.
How much is the flame tongue normally?
5,000.
They'll do it for 6.
Okay. I have 3,000 cash and 3,000 worth of items I can put down as collateral.
Well, I'll take it. That said, it still won't be ready for it. And I imagine of that magnitude takes a little while to make.
I would presume.
So you won't have it immediately. It'll be well. All right. So was there anything else anybody wanted to do? Oh yes. You
Yeah.
wanted to use the scroll.
Yes.
Also that.
And
Yeah,
Dandy
what-
wants to talk to Vesper.
So I was gonna be with Corvan.
Oh,
what the
I
heck she's
might
doing.
also, if it's possible, I might also do that thing in text later.
what thing?
Talking with Vesper. Because I also don't want to slow things down.
Yeah,
right now. I want,
if you'd like to do some text RP with Vesper, let's say after the session, that'd be fine.
yeah, I just don't want to slow anything down right now.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, Corvine,
Yeah.
where and when do you use the scroll?
That's a good question. Let's say tomorrow I invite everyone to the Winter Blood State to try and test the scroll out, since we forgot about it.
All right.
Hey, Fat Squirrel.
Let's go.
Fat Squirrel
You-
now.
You
What
know.
scroll?
What? Whoa.
Well, Sai wasn't there when you guys found the scroll.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
That's true. I remember this. But
In the ruins, we found a scroll as some of the possessions.
I remember this scroll.
Olivia said that it could summon someone related to Rain who's
One
been
of-
dead.
One of the founders of Rain, if I recall. Or
Yep.
somebody involved with that.
That is a fact.
What'd you say?
Was it?
She cut herself off.
No, okay.
I got to see this.
I didn't know that I was how to use it until recently, so I didn't think about it. But now that I
As a
can,
side note, I looked up scroll rules, and anybody can use a scroll unless
Your robotic OC.
As robotic
Okay.
attack.
yeah, by rules anybody can use a scroll, but thematically speaking, a person who's trained
Arcana checks.
a person who's trained in fighting their entire lives with absolutely no magical knowledge probably would think that they can't use a scroll. OC?
OC, you're breaking up again.
OC?
You can't take
Oh,
much
see?
more of this, Captain.
OC!
Da, 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 da.
Dun, dun, dun.
Clearly I should throw him out and put him back in. I will
Tempting.
Hello?
Who?
You still gone?
DMless session, let's go.
So that flame tongue is already prepared, so I'm going to bring that to Grey Scott.
Oh, I just realized I can afford a dancing sword.
Hey, Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mine will always be bigger in my mind.
Is that?
Well,
Yeah.
actually, come to think of it, as far as things we want to do before Gray Sky, do we want to do a divination just to see? Is there anything we want to double check before doing this?
Is killing Oystein a good idea or a bad idea? Too bad I'm doing it
that's-
anyway.
That's augury.
Yeah,
Divination is way
that's
better.
gonna happen either way.
Divination. Let's see, you ask a single question to your god concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. Let's see. So it is okay. So it's just one question.
How will the meeting? How will the meeting go?
Everyone will die.
Let's see.
That's actually what I would ask it instead of something meaningless like, "How's the fight going to go?" Because we're all going to go after him and try to kill him either way.
This doesn't have to be something like, "Is this going to be good or bad?" You can ask for information.
How did the fight go? I mean, not how the fight. How will the meeting go? Well, you see, these people will die. These people will be horribly maimed, and
Where in Gray Sky Estate will Astrid be when we arrive?
Will there be casualties at the meeting?
That sound.
that sounds like a yes or no question. You want to be more?
It doesn't have to be a yes or no.
Yeah, that's the thing there. It doesn't have to be. However,
yeah,
if you want to save their freaking lives...
Well, I'm just saying that sounds like one that could change depending on circumstances between now and then.
Yeah, the circumstances being, oh, I found out about a future event. It's time I go change it. Cause and effect, people.
Causality.
Who will die?
Correlation does not equal causation.
Oh, wait. Actually, that's an okay question to ask. Who will die this week? And then just make a list
Of every individual in Foenum that will die within 7 days.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, there's that old farmer down the road. He's getting towards the end of his time. He'll die in 4 days.
I just want to see that happen, and it takes a week to list everybody. Okay, now I have all this information. I can stop the. Oh.
So it appears I completely lost the internet for some reason.
Oh, lovely.
Your internet's fully dead.
So what were we doing again?
Wait, I think I got my internet back.
Yeah, I mean we're talking, so obviously.
Well, I pulled up my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm using my phone at the moment, so if I sound differently, that's why. But it looks like the internet's back, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect back on with my computer.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh
Oh,
boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy. Hello.
All right.
Hey, let's see, there's something I know what I'm going to do now.
Oh, what's up?
I'm also going to try and get another magic item.
Oh,
Well, you guys got cash.
Yeah?
do we?
Well, for those of you who are feeling super altruistic, you have cash.
Actually, Corbine does have some cash.
What? You mean you didn't give it to the homeless yet?
Not yet.
Oh, come on, Corbine.
Come on, Corbine.
So-
You're a paragon of generosity.
Okay, real quick. Remember how we had that whole dancing blade incident back at the mansion, and I gave my blades to Cactus?
Yes.
I looked at the pricing list. Guess how much it's actually worth on the list?
Too much or too little?
2,000.
Oh, that's
Well,
surprisingly
then.
cheap, isn't it?
And guess how much I have in my inventory?
2,000?
Close enough, 2,058.
I
Come back next week.
mean, to be fair, when I dropped those money amounts on you, I might have been thinking in my head that it might coincide with a couple of magic items.
Going to buy 10 bottles of Nolzur's Marvelous Pigment.
I mean, you could do that. I'm not going to stop you.
I can't do that because I owe
But
$10 now.
I have a question.
Gold dollars.
How would a dancing sword be made?
Well, they
Could you enchant one of your own swords with that or something?
they take a dancer and they smash him with a hammer until they
I
turn
am
into a sword.
going to strangle you.
As far as like who would make it,
No, I as in the actual process, because if you can take one of your own swords and enchant it into one,
That's what I was assuming you were going for.
that would potentially reduce the cost of it.
Oh.
And there is a certain one that I would want to use for it.
as far as providing your own materials versus other ones, I'm going to say it's going to cost the same. With the idea being, if you provide your own sword, it won't fit, shall we say, like a template sword, so it would take a little more effort on their part. But you'd also save the cost of materials. Versus if they just enchanted a sword for you, you'd pay for the sword, but that cost is swallowed up in the cost of the enchantment. So at the end of the day, you can just get a random Shimo sword and enchant it, or you can enchant it with your own for the same price.
Also, because swords are only worth like 10 gold, so it wouldn't change the price that much.
That said,
45 in this case.
that said, you can make a persuasion check to try and lower the price.
After
Although-
I make a persuasion check to see how much the price goes up.
But how much would the base price be? Because the base price of a rapier is 25 gold, and the one I have in mind is the +1 rapier. So, wait, how much is +1 on here again? 300 or something?
1,000.
What is that?
300 is the vicious weapon.
That's 350, but
All right, so you want to have a +1 dancing weapon?
Yeah,
It has
Okay.
a +1 weapon. instead.
because technically everything else is integrated with her.
Oh, so you're enchanting a +1 weapon.
Yes.
To be a dancing +1 weapon.
Gotcha.
Because the +1 weapon's already +1.
Um, that's actually a very good question. Because 5e isn't really big on combining enchantments. To them, +1 is an enchantment onto itself. Let's see. And my rules are: you combine two enchantments, it just knocks it up one category as far as rarity is concerned.
Sounds fabulous.
Simply
Simply divine.
what rarity is a dancing weapon?
The dancing weapon's rarity is very rare,
Okay.
which is why I found the prices confusing.
Yeah.
I guess it's the function that made it go that low.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
They
It's not
kind of ignored rarities when they set those prices. Common items being ridiculous.
yeah, they they wanted to keep all the game breaking fun items out of the reach of players, unless the DM specifically wanted them to have a cask of endless water.
Uncommon item. It's worth like 100,000 gold. Trust me.
They're expensive, but they're easy to find.
Don't worry
Because
about
that
it.
makes sense.
Don't worry about it.
They're easy to find, but impossible to buy.
I mean, it's easy to find a Bugatti, but that doesn't mean I can afford one.
Who are you going to? Who are you
Not
going
easy to find a
to
Bugatti though.
who are you going to contract?
At least not
Because
compared to other cars.
with what you're planning, it's going to be either Snowdawn or the Flantron. Why did I make such a stupid name? The guild.
Flantorn.
Thank you, the Flantorn Guild.
Plantoin.
If you want to deal with Snowdawn, they can do it. It'll just take some extra time. Either way, roll me a.
I could give it to them and deal with the extra time as long as it takes within the 2-day time span.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ask Winterblood to send a representative on behalf to Flantorn.
Corvine, you're my representative. Come on.
It's like, oh, we're getting all kinds of orders from these nobles. Really?
I mean,
moving
you could do that as well.
Hi, I stole from you.
Well, that's why, yeah, not Corvine, but a Winterblood representative.
So that said, which of the two do you want to contract out to make your blade?
Actually, yeah, you know what? So I was going to ask Corvine if she can if she can get such a thing to happen. Because after the whole Ileana thing,
You don't want to owe
she's
Snowdawn
almost
money.
anxious to go back there.
She's getting some nom flashbacks.
Oh,
I'll see what I can do.
All right, then in that case, Corvin, are you going to go yourself to negotiate price, or are you going to send someone?
How does Tide feel up for doing this?
He feels like having Stay roll for persuasion.
I think he feels like having Corvine roll for a persuasion.
Well, mechanically, that's what it means. Like, if you're yourself going, you're rolling the persuasion. If you're sending someone else, then Sai is rolling it.
I can look on myself.
Begging.
All right, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
I did.
You did. All right.
This is why I asked Corvine to do it. Mine's a 2.
I would love to say. All right. So I'll work out the details of the cost after session. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think.
eventually we're gonna infiltrate Grayskull. It's coming, you guys.
I don't think.
June.
I don't think the blade will come into play this session. So
Of course not.
I'll worry about, because you'll have it fairly quickly. You'll probably have it within a couple of days, maybe a week tops.
Although here's the thing, if they are gonna take the blade and enchant it, then I can't use the blade this session.
You can't use the blade ever.
Yeah, if you are going to do that, you are going to need to
And the
not
blade over.
remove it from your inventory, but basically mark it as an AFK for the time being.
Yes, this World 20 actually allows you to do that.
Although,
I use it to mark what's in the carriage.
all right, tell you what.
Glenn Washington.
Why don't we go ahead? Why don't we
They
go
could
ahead and
give
mark
her a
it?
loaner.
Why don't we go ahead and mark it AFK for the time being, and then I will calculate
What?
the price. And if you don't like the price,
She could probably rent a rapier.
Yeah, do
Like,
it,
just
do it
a
like
standard.
Oh, I have 2 rapiers as well as my
Great,
2
okay.
daggers.
So it's not going to matter that much. It just means you won't get the
Nah.
+1.
okay. Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead,
At
mark
least
it plus.
damage, that's all.
Go ahead, mark the +1 as AFK for the moment, and then I will figure out the cost of that post session.
so it's not like when your car is in the shop, they can't give her a loaner +1 rate while hers is being enchanted.
Only +1 rapier.
Unfortunately, there's not enough competition to warrant that sort of service.
Alas.
Yeah, no. Your guild's failing us.
Well, the problem is you guys are making like legendary tier items. Like
Mine is rare.
That's
Fair
very
enough.
rare. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I forgot there was one other thing I wanted to do.
The scroll.
Yes.
Besides the scroll.
Oh, what was it?
The bird.
You wanted to
The
talk
owl.
to the owl?
Yes.
Hello.
All right then.
I could probably do that at the same time,
So
actually.
we could talk to the bird.
The bag.